Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to continue on with the wheel arch repair. This time we're going to weld in the new outer skin on top of what we did last week, which was cutting everything out and replacing the inner skin, or the inner bit of the wheel arch. But unfortunately, all of the footage I shot for the first half of that I had in the wrong mode, and it was shooting in slow-mo, which means there was no audio. So basically where I scribed a line on the new sheet metal, I traced that and cut it out so it would match the existing sheet metal. It's a little backwards. Normally you do it the other way, but in this case that's how it worked out for me. And then did kind of the same thing with the rear half, and then just started stitching it all together. Again, unfortunately, I don't have any good footage. I'll see if I can splice in a little bit of what I did get, but it's all in weird slow-mo and with no audio. But what I did do is I also used a little flanging pliers to make a step in the flange the top edge. I probably won't do that again. It ended up making things kind of a mess and sinking in. So don't do that. Just butt welding it's pretty good, and I had also picked up some butt weld clamps from Harbor Freight, and they also worked out great. So sorry about the lack of footage, but here's where we are. Alright guys, so obviously I've got a lot more done. Got the wheel arch tacked into place. Got the other part cut off, and I got this guy tacked into place. Basically measuring and looking and holding and placing. Cut the inside off, laid it against the new panel, traced it, and then trimmed the new panel to then fit. And it's actually fitting really well. So all I've got to do now is just start welding it in. And there we go, all welded in, about 1,000 tack welds. Both bits are welded in, so now all I've got to do is grind everything smooth, taking care. You don't want to grind too much in one area, because the last thing we want to do is add heat to this. The more heat we add, the more likely we are to warp everything, and that's the same reason why we just do a tack and then just keep moving. So I've got a lot of grinding to do. Alright, time to start grinding, and I'm going to use a respirator for this one because it's going to throw a lot of debris. Done with our first pass with the flat disc. So next step up is going to take the roll lock and a disc with a roll lock and smooth that out a little bit better. So, got the whole surface cleaned off. After the roll lock, I used a stripper disc on the angle grinder. I did actually buy one of those kind of surface conditioner, big like brush looking things, but it came literally an hour after I just said screw it and finished it with the angle grinder. So I'm going to be trying that tool out on the other side. But yeah, now it's basically just time for some filler. We'll start with just a single layer along the roughest spots, and then I'm going to do a skim coat over everything. Alright, gloves are definitely nice when doing this. You don't want to get all the nasty sticky stuff everywhere. Open up our fresh can of Bondo. I know there's better ones out there, but this is readily available. Oh, forgot about that smell. Alright, mix up that all up, and then the important thing is to really only do a little at a time. It dries pretty fast and you don't want to overwork it. Good. So we're going to just fold that hardener in. Scrape it up and fold it in until we've got a nice even consistency. Alright, nice and mixed, so now we can apply it to the truck. Alright, I'm going to let that dry and go for another coat. Alright, there's a first and second coat. Just going to let that dry and then keep going. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for today. Got the first coat of Bondo on. Next we're going to do the sanding, the prep work, the priming, and the painting. So stick around for that. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And I'm also mocking up the second side right now, in case you were wondering. And I picked up a new axle. I probably won't do anything with that for a few years, but if you know, you know.